Hi there, Leo. Welcome to your March 2020 love reading. It's Raina here. Alrighty then. So I'm using the Ethereal Tarot with the gilded, bling-like substance. On the back, there's this. So let us see what we've got here. Oh, it's funny because this deck is faithful to Rider-Waite, except that it has a couple of extra cards, and I lost the I misplaced the booklet. So I was doing a personal reading last night, and I got this card, and I'm like, oof! But I found the information online, so I think I'll be okay. All right, interesting. High Priestess in the love reading, gotta love it. All right, so the heart of the matter is the Eight of Wands. This is a card of like, I just got this for Cancer, and I said all heaven breaking loose. And the longer I do the tarot, the more I start to internalize it, which is really awesome because you're just getting past the catchphrases. And I can picture it in my mind of like that potential energy of like, everything is kind of at a standstill, and then you have everything. You know how they say when it rains, it pours. But that's almost like a cynical saying. This is like if you've been single for a while, Leo, you may just all of a sudden have people wanting to get to know you better. It's like feast to famine, right? I know it's feast or famine, but I'm going to say, I'm sorry, famine to feast. And you are Wands, so this is very energetic, enthusiastic, just like what a fire sign. This could be a fire sign individual, by the way. In the past position, we have the Well. This is one of those cards that is not in the Rider-Waite deck. And this is supposed to represent Gaia, which is Mother Earth. And, it's funny, I don't know what she's holding in her hand that's like diamond shaped, but it's like this creative force. So I would even say, it's funny because there was two extra cards, and one of them was the Artist, and it almost sounded like they were very similar in their meaning, although maybe with the Well it's more of a nature-oriented theme. And I just feel like I would take it almost like on the spiritual level, and of course I did get the High Priestess as well, of really it's kind of like understanding your place, your purpose that goes beyond a relationship or anything along those lines. Having that sense of that you belong to life and that life belongs to you. And perhaps it creates a sense of detachment within you where you're able to, because of this, release resistance. If you've really wanted a relationship and it seemed elusive, to really release that resistance, because it's almost like being here now, like the late Ram Dass said, be here now. And then it happens when you least expect it, and it's like really overpowering you. Also, I would even look to the Well in connection with earth signs. So for instance, if you are already involved with somebody of the earth element, and there's that sense of stability, that sense of safety with that relationship, and somebody kind of bursts on the scene and they are like fire. Now, whether we say literally a sun sign and fire, or they have that in their makeup in some way. And you can see the contrast. You can see how this person lights your fire, and how they inspire you. The higher message is the Ten of Wands, and this is the person carrying a burden. And there are many possible interpretations in terms of relationship. But one of the ones that I always think about is the idea of a person believing that they have to remain in a relationship for some reason. I think, Leo is always mentioned as being very loyal. And while some of that is, I think, true in terms of a very strong love nature and a sense of maybe duty on some level, though that's not really associated with Leo specifically, I just think that there is that belief that you should be constant in your affections. You're also a fixed sign, so I think that really plays into it, where the idea of like quitting a routine, even that doesn't sound very good, talking about a relationship as a routine, but perhaps there is that element to it where it's familiar. If it's not horrific, it might even be comfortable. And it's a rut. And, getting out of that is very difficult. But you may feel the Ten of Wands can be feeling responsible for somebody else. Their feelings, their livelihood, what have you. So sometimes it's not that easy. If you're single and you don't have anyone, to me, the Ten of Wands can be workaholism. Okay? So Leo is associated with that. And, that's the other thing I say to people. If you really claim that you want a relationship, but you still want to maintain a certain type of behavioral pattern where you are working excessively, you don't have the ability to fit everything in and do it well. So something has to give, you have to put more attention on it in order to really honor it and kind of nurture it coming into being. But it is possible that even through your career that you actually meet this person. What crosses you is the Seven of Cups. And this is interesting because it's fun. This is a funny depiction of it. Seven of Cups is connected to Neptune and kind of confusion, wishful thinking, deceptive thinking. You may, I would even mention Pisces. That's interesting. I wonder if the well could be, it's funny that they mention stuff with earth, because I would think of the well as a repository for water and being more of a water. So it even has kind of looks like waves that seem like water waves. So maybe this is a Pisces person, but this person may not be good for you. And now that I could see a Pisces individual, you taking responsibility for them, because you may feel that they can't take care of themselves in some way, and that would be a mistake. The Seven of Cups can keep you feeling almost disoriented, like I have no idea what I should do about this situation. But first you have to see things clearly, and there may be a lot of confusion involved. Seven of Cups can also indicate addiction, not necessarily you, but again, if you're involved with somebody who has that issue and you're kind of taking care of them, you may feel like you can't leave them, even if somebody has come into your life that really has made you feel alive for the first time in quite a while. If you're single, the Seven of Cups is something to look at from the perspective of how do you, I think one of the things is, how do you carry yourself when you're meeting somebody in relationship? Are you showing an interest in others. Leo is very warm. It's very generous. But Leo is the sun, is ruled by the sun. So Leo may be like, hey, it's all about me. You know what I mean? What do you want to know about me? And being able to really convey genuine interest in others can be so helpful in actually having the kind of relationship that you're looking for ultimately. What's coming in is represented by the Page of Pentacles. And this is another card that I got that was similar. This can be that beginning a relationship with somebody who is it's an earth sign for sure because of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but also this can be some kind of indication that the person that you have met, described by the Eight of Wands, is a keeper, is someone that, and also is somebody very reliable, that they're not going to come and go. And I think that if you have been dealing with somebody that's represented by the Seven of Cups, they can be very deceptive, they can be elusive in some cases, or just not reliable. The outcome is the High Priestess. This is getting in touch with your higher self, and also I think just connecting with this person on that level as well. In other words, not just having the typical affair or typical, just for fun, but having a relationship that has all the bases covered. So it's something that someone you can count on, but also somebody that you can grow with spiritually. And you will be able to tell if this is the right person by your, I was going to say your gut, because I do think that's our intuition, but if you want to look at something higher, meditate on it and see if the person that comes into your life is somebody that you feel an affinity for, not just a physical attraction for, but you feel when you talk to them, it's just that special something that you haven't felt before, or haven't felt in a long time, if you did have a similar type of situation in the past. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope that you receive something from this. If you would like a private love reading or any other type of reading, please follow the link in the description box below. Take care. Bye.